Thank you all so much for stopping by today. So y'all, I know I have not been as active as I should be over on YouTube, but we are coming back and we're coming back strong. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and take the opportunity now to hit the subscribe button, because we got some great things coming in store. So for all of you that are new to the channel, my name is Ayana of Southern Entertaining, where we're teaching you, no matter the space or the size of your garden, we're going to teach you how to grow. So I'm actually out here this morning because I have someone that's coming by that's going to get some onions that we grew fresh from our garden starting in fall. And I want you to see the onions, that it is time for me to harvest them. It really is. But we've been having so much go on in the garden. I'm going to give you a sneak peek now, and then I'm going to take you over to the onions that we're going to be harvesting today. Okay, so we are expanding again, and so I will tell you how all of this came about, because this wasn't my intention, not yet, but make sure you stay tuned. I'll do another video, but we're starting to expand even more. We got a lot of our summer vegetables that are growing right here, and then we have another expansion that I'll show you, but I'm over here in the new part of the garden because I want to show you the onions. So we grew, and I've been harvesting these onions, just cooking them fresh for a lot of our dinners and different dishes that we have been preparing. So we have a video that we did a couple of years ago that really shows you the process of how we start, how we feed our onions, how we know how they're ready to be harvested, and then how we dry them. So I'm going to link that video up there so that you can see the whole process, because we're just out here harvesting today. But again, the way that I know when onions are ready, this is just from me, is when the tops start to flop over. And so I'm glad to be harvesting this area, because we got a lot of summer vegetables that we need to put in here. And I'll turn around right here. We grew red onions as well. Some of them went to seed. The ones that sent up this thick stalk and went to seed, we are going to use them fresh, and we're also going to pickle some onion. Let me take you over to the white onions. We grew some white onions as well. So we grew them in all three of these raised beds, and then we also grew some bunching onions over here, which are going to seed as well. But let me take you to the regular white onions that we also grew this year. So here are our white onions. As you see, they have toppled over as well. And again, this is my indicator that it's time to pull them. But great success with onions in the garden this year. They got a really good size this year, if y'all can tell. So I'm really happy about that. So we're going to harvest mostly all of them between today and tomorrow, and then we're going to dry them. And what I do again is when I dry them for storage, I harvest them, and then over on our patio that's covered, we will go ahead and let them dry. Usually it takes about 10 to 14 days, and then once they dry, we cut the tops down, and then we cut some of the roots off, make sure that they're good and dry, and then we store them in our pantry. I have an onion canister that we store them in, and then we can use them. The only thing that I wish I had have done, feel like I have not grown as much as I've done in the past, but that's what you keep in your journal. That's what you garden with, because I have really been using them quite a bit, and I feel like I need to grow some more, but I just need a little bit more space. So we'll see how that happens, because for us, onions do take a while. We plant them in the fall, let them get good root growth, and then once they start to wake back up in the spring, that's when we really start to feed them. And so they do take a while, and they do take up a lot of space in the garden. So I just have to try to balance that out. And the same thing with the garlic as well that we grew. They take up a lot of space for longer periods of time. So I'm going to harvest predominantly the red onions because that was the request. They prefer red onions over the white onions. So this is really really a nice one here. It's actually probably starting to dry. But again, what we do is I'm going to give them the fresh ones and just kind of explain the instructions on how we get them to dry. But I'll give them to them fresh just like this. And then as long as you have airflow under and about 10 to 15 days, see, they're starting to dry out the tops. But once all the tops have kind of dried out and the roots have dried out, again, we go trim it up and then just store them. But you can also, again, use them fresh. But so happy with the harvest of this season. So let me go ahead and pull all of the red onions in this bed because I got some cucumbers that I want to plant, and then some pollinator friendly plants that we want to put in right now. Right now we got some tomatoes growing here, and we got some bell peppers. Our pansies are still growing strong with the thyme up at the front. More peppers, and then our coneflower right here because the bees and the butterflies, they love it, and it's actually starting to bloom. So I'm going to get done with this. That way we'll have a clear bed for some more good, fresh summer vegetables. So I want to show you how I'm just setting them up, and then we're going to do the same thing when we take ours over to dry. But as always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you share this video with your family and your friends. If you're not a subscriber, we would absolutely love to have you as a subscriber. So make sure you tap the bell so that you can receive notification each and every time we upload a new video. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and until the next video, bye bye.